Now, Gangbusters, presented in cooperation with police and federal law enforcement departments throughout the United States. The only national program that brings you authentic police case histories.
Tonight, Gangbusters presents the case of the mysterious rooming house, where robbery and death walk by night, until a woman's heel and a fishing knife brought detectives face to face with the unknown killer.
Gangbusters has asked the Honorable William T. Fitzgibbons, Chief of Detectives of the Buffalo, New York Police Department, to narrate by proxy tonight's case. Chief Fitzgibbons, you told me it's very seldom that police have to cope with the kind of murder mystery typical of detective fiction.
That's right, Don Gardner. Nearly all murders are crimes committed in the heat of passion, with the killer easily identifiable and easily apprehended. Or they are felony murders committed during the course of a robbery or burglary.
Well, Chief Fitzgibbons, I know you're going to tell us how Buffalo detectives recently conducted their investigation into a particularly brutal and baffling murder. So why don't you start right in?
All right, Bob. Suppose we begin in Buffalo about 2:30 one morning, somewhat more than a year ago. The screaming siren of Lieutenant Edwin Grounder's squad car broke the silence of the night as it pulled to a stop in front of a rooming house on Main Street, where, despite the lateness of the hour, a sizable crowd had gathered.
Stay by the car, man.
Right, Lieutenant.
Okay, police officer, coming through.
Coming through. Folks, there's nothing to see. Go on home, will you?
Hello, Lieutenant.
What is it, O'Neill?
One of the roomers stabbed to death. Guy about 60 named Gahagan.
Who's upstairs?
Sergeant Clank is in charge.
Okay.
All right, folks, stand back, please. Go on home. There's nothing.
Hello, Lieutenant.
Oh, hello, Emil. You got trouble again, huh?
That such a thing should happen to me, Lieutenant.
What do you mean, Emil, to you? You talk like you're the victim.
I run a respectable rooming house, Lieutenant.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Where's the detective in charge?
Upstairs, room 10. Here, I'll show you.
I can find it. Didn't he tell you to get in your own room and stay there until you were called for?
He asked me to bring this room register.
All right, come along.
Oh, what a mess. What a mess.
Who is this Gahagan, anyway?
9 years he roomed with me. 9 years.
Well, I guess you lost a good roomer, Emil.
Now, there. That's room 10.
Yeah.
Such a thing.
Okay, wait here. Sergeant Clank?
Oh, Lieutenant. Some mess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got that register, Emil?
Yeah, sure, I got it right here.
Okay, let's have it.
Here it is.
All right, Emil. Back downstairs to your room. Wait till we call you.
Oh, sure, I'll wait. What else am I going to do? What a mess.
Want to look around, Lieutenant?
Yeah.
This is the ambulance surgeon from General Hospital, Dr. Hoffman, Lieutenant Grounder.
Hello, Lieutenant. Doctor? What's it look like, Sergeant?
Dead on arrival. Stabbed several times with a short-bladed knife, looks like. Also kicked and beaten. There's no telling now which came first.
You'd better stick around until the medical examiner gets here, Doctor.
Okay.
Is this the way you found the room, Clank?
This is it.
Whoever did the job sure was looking for something.
Yep. Look at these floorboards. Must have thought there was a loose one. Oh, didn't see that before. Well, what do you know?
Let's see that.
Heel off a woman's shoe.
Doesn't look like a woman's work, does it?
You know, hey, come to think of it, there was a strange woman in the house tonight. She knocked on almost every door.
Was that so? This lift came off a spike heel, wouldn't you say?
Offhand, yeah.
Do you want to give me what you have, Clank?
Sure. Oh, first we found another room was pretty much messed up, too. Room 1.
Who lives there?
Nobody. Empty.
Empty? Well, let's have a look.
Stick around, Doctor.
That's on.
We'll be right back. Room 1's at the end of the hall.
First, give me a rundown on what you've got.
Oh, yeah, sure. James Gahagan, age 62, resident here 9 years. Employed as a janitor at St. Paul's Church. Lived frugally, no known enemies, few friends. Supposed to have been loaded with cash. Probably what they were after, and got.
What about the woman?
Well, she knocked at a couple of doors a little after midnight. She was looking for a Bob somebody. She's about 30, red hair, wearing a black dress, long black gloves, and high-heeled suede pumps.
That the lift could have come off out.
That's right. Nobody ever heard of this Bob she was supposed to be looking for.
Well, it might have been just a stall to find Gehagen's room. Come on, let's have a look at number 1.
All right. Emil told me Gehagen had one friend, much younger, a cab driver named Jackie Rigo.
Oh?
Played a lot of chess together, it seems. Emil says he didn't like the looks of the guy.
Well, that makes us even. I don't like the looks of Emil.
I'll get the light.
Wow.
Ever see such a mess? Besides room 10, I mean?
Emil says this room is unoccupied?
Since Friday. Guy named Horner had it moved to Syracuse.
Well, they really did a job on the floorboards in here, too.
Maybe they thought this was Gehagen's room.
No, the closet's empty. There's no linen on the bed. Anybody would have known this room was unoccupied.
That's why I sent Emil for the register to see who occupied the room before. They could have hidden something and come back for it.
And why should they kill Gehagen?
Well, maybe what they hid was gone. Maybe they thought Gehagen took it.
We'll see.
Lieutenant.
Oh, come in, O'Neill.
I think we've got the knife that did the trick.
Yep, that looks like it.
I found it in the alleyway between this house and the next, practically under Emil's window.
Uh-huh. You see?
Not so fast, Sergeant.
Well, Emil's way up on my list. He could have had his eye on Gehagen for a long time.
And why do you have to go to all the trouble in this room?
Well, cover up.
Well, maybe. That knife looks like the kind fishermen use.
Well, there's lots of fishermen, Lieutenant.
We'll put some men to tracing it in the morning. Clink.
Yeah?
Your job is the redhead.
Gotcha.
O'Neill?
Yep.
Gehagen had a friend, Jackie Rigo, cab driver. They played chess together. Find him and have a talk with him.
Just a second, you.
Oh, me?
Yeah. I want a word with you.
Well, you'll have to wait, brother. I'm right down and check his probably.
You're Jackie Rigo?
That's right.
I'm a police officer.
A police officer?
William O'Neill, Detective Division.
Oh,
You're a friend of James Gehagen's?
that's right. What's the matter?
You played a lot of chess together, huh?
What happened?
Your friend is dead.
Oh, no.
Somebody stuck a knife in him, looking for his dough.
Oh, gee, that's awful.
Did Gehagen ever tell you he hid a lot of money in his room?
No, he never told me, but there was some talk. Hey, wait a minute. You don't think I had anything to do with it?
Did you?
Listen, I've been working. I've been pushing this hack all night.
Let's see your call sheet.
Well, sure, that proves it. Here.
Uh-huh. All right, come on, Jackie. Let's take a ride downtown.
Oh, why?
It says here, 1:10, you had a call to Genesee and Eureka Place. Not another fare after that until 2:15.
So what? Business was slow.
I'll tell you so what. Gehagen was killed about 1:30. You have a little explaining to do about that time lag in your call sheet. Let's go.
Lieutenant, why can't I go home now, please?
There's a few things we'd like straightened out, Emil.
My rooming house business. Nobody's there to take care of the place.
Would you call this redhead pretty, Emil?
Pretty, not pretty. Who knows it was dark in the hall?
You heard that James Gehagen kept a lot of cash in his room.
I heard nothing. My roomers' business is their own.
See that knife there? Is it yours?
I never go fishing.
If you never go fishing, how do you know it's a fisherman's knife?
Well, somebody said so.
I've got the cab driver, Jackie Rigo, out here.
Good, bring him in, O'Neill.
Inside, Jackie.
There he is. That's him. That's the one.
The one that what?
He knew about Gehagen's money. They played chess.
You're nuts.
Chess. He wanted Gehagen's money.
Listen here,
All
you
right,
old...
that's enough, Jackie.
Now, I want straight answers from both of you. If I don't get straight answers, I'll ask the district attorney to hold you both as material witnesses. You understand that, don't you?
Well, I got nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide.
If you don't cut it
All
out,
right,
you won't.
shut up.
I'm willing to cooperate, Lieutenant.
And you, Emil?
Well, sure, Lieutenant. I always cooperate.
Now, just a second. Lieutenant Grounder.
Sergeant Clink, can you step outside a second, Lieutenant?
Something on the redhead?
No, but just as good.
I'll be right out. Stick here with these two, O'Neill.
Right.
I'll be right back. What is it, Frank?
Guess who lived in room 1 a year ago, according to the register?
Who?
Do you remember that string of house burglaries last year?
Yeah?
You remember we figured it to be a guy named Ken Snyder, and we couldn't nail him with a good?
Snyder occupied room 1?
Nobody else?
Uh-huh.
You remember he got a year for car theft, and after Snyder went away, the burglary stopped?
Yeah?
All right. He's out now. Been out for 2 weeks.
You think maybe he hid the swag from those house burglaries in room 1 and it was there until last night?
When he could have gone back for it and decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, the other bird being Gehagen.
Mm-hmm. Was room 1 searched when this Ken Snyder was suspected of the burglary?
It was, but the burglary squad says they didn't look under the floorboard.
Any idea where Snyder is now?
We can start checking. What about those 2 in there?
Well, I've got a few more questions to ask, and then I'm going to turn them out on the street in about 15 minutes. Put men on both of them.
Gotcha, Lieutenant.
And you, Crank. You get me that redhead.
So, Don. Lieutenant Edwin F. Grounder, in charge of Buffalo detectives investigating the murder of James Gehagen, had 4 likely suspects, any one of whom might turn out to be the guilty party. But the list of suspects was soon to increase, and the mysterious killer came very near eluding police before their trap was sprung.
Now, you were telling us, Chief Fitzgibbons, that Buffalo, New York detectives investigating the mystery murder of James Gehagen had several suspects under consideration.
That's right, Don, but 2 of these remained to be located. Ken Snyder, the ex-convict who a year before had occupied room 1, and the mysterious red-haired woman. Detectives were not aware of the fact at the time, but the red-haired woman was Kate Coogan, a nightclub hostess. And that afternoon, she was sitting in the living room of her apartment on Elm Street, reading a magazine. There was a knock at the door. Although hardly dressed for visitors, Kate went to answer.
Okay, take it easy. Yeah, who is it?
It's Emil. Open up.
Oh, go home, will you?
You know what's good for you. You'll open up.
All right, just a second. I thought I told you off last night.
Yeah, but a lot's happened since last night. Why did you kill him, Kate?
Kill him? Me?
Well, maybe not you. Maybe somebody with you.
Hey, just watch who you're accusing, Emil. You're the one always talking about Gehagen's dough.
The cops are looking for you.
Yeah, well, let them look.
I didn't tell them nothing. I didn't tell them nothing at all.
What do you want, a bunch of roses?
Be nice to me, Kate, and I'll never tell them nothing.
Just get away from me, you slime. I said let go, too. Guess you understand that.
You didn't have to hit me.
Go on, tell the cops. Tell them anything you like. You're afraid. You're afraid because I bet my bottom dollar you're the guy that gave it to Gehagen.
That's a lie.
Yeah? Go on, Emil. Get out.
Be nice to me, Kate, or I will tell the cops.
Tell them anything you like. I got a good story.
Yeah.
I was a little drunk. I was looking for Bob, so I gave the cab driver your address instead of his. That's logical, ain't it?
Yeah, but how are you going to explain how you lost part of your shoe in Gehagen's room? How, huh?
I didn't lose nothing.
Didn't you? Well, the cops got it.
Well, I did stop in to say hello.
Yeah.
But I didn't kill him. I had nothing to do with it. Now get out of here, Emil, before I kill you.
Oh, now me too.
Get out.
All right, I'll go, but take a tip. You better be nice to me.
Lieutenant Grounder.
Hello, Lieutenant. Sergeant Blake. You think we've got the redhead, will you?
Oh, good work. Who is this redhead?
Her name is Kate Coogan, Lieutenant. She's still in her apartment.
Lieutenant,
Hold on a second, Clink.
I located the guy who's been running with Ken Snyder.
Nice going, O'Neill.
And he's a fisherman.
Uh-huh. All right, Clink. Bring Kate Coogan in.
You bet you. About 20 minutes to see you.
Now, who is the friend of Snyder's, O'Neill?
Harry Kennedy, a big guy. He's a puddler at Republic Steel. No criminal record, but a fisherman.
What's his connection with Snyder?
The 2 of them have been around a lot together since Snyder got out. Make the bars, you know.
Any trace of Snyder?
No, but Kennedy ought to know where we can put our hands on him.
All right, pick Kennedy up.
I can get him right after he finishes work.
Yeah, who is it?
Kate Coogan.
Who is it?
A police officer. Open the door.
All right, just a second.
Hello, Kate.
What do you want with me?
You mean you haven't any idea?
I haven't.
Supposing you invite me in, we'll talk about it.
Come in if you want to.
How long have you known Emil
Oh, he's a pest.
But you went visiting at his rooming house last night.
I was looking for a friend of mine, Bob. I got mixed up and gave the cab driver Emil's address.
Must have had Emil on your mind.
I was a little drunk.
You know there was a murder there.
Yeah, I heard.
How many times before last night were you in Gahagan's room?
Never. Not last night, not ever. I didn't even know him.
So you never met Gahagan?
Well, I just told you.
Now, Kate, think you might save yourself a lot of trouble.
Okay. I met him. Just because I met him don't mean I had anything to do with getting him killed.
And what time was it you stopped in his room?
I wasn't in his room, I told you.
How many pairs of shoes do you own, Kate?
1,000. How should I know?
Do you mind if I look them over?
Sure I mind. If you want to look at shoes, go to a shoe store.
All I have to do is call downtown. They'll be out here in half an hour with a search warrant.
Okay, I saw Gahagan.
I thought you did.
But I didn't kill him. I had nothing to do with
You
it.
lost a heel lift in his room.
I don't know where I lost it. I lost
It was in his room. You still got those shoes?
Well, I don't throw out brand new pumps, not the way prices are today.
You would have if you had the chance.
Okay, so I would have.
Who was it with you last night? Where's this Bob?
Look, there was nobody with me, and Bob had nothing to do with it. Lots of the roomers saw me. They saw me alone. I didn't have nothing to do with it. I was looking for Bob. I met him as taking the houses.
Yeah, let's see. Come on, let's get those shoes and take a ride.
Hi there. Can I buy you a drink?
Who are you?
You're, Kennedy, huh?
So I'm Kennedy.
I'm looking for Ken Snyder. Seen him around?
I don't know any Snyder.
That's funny. I heard you were pals. I heard you got chummy just after Snyder got out of Elmira.
You heard wrong.
Well, as long as you don't know where Snyder is, you'll do.
Go on, buddy. Hit the ties. I like to drink alone.
Come on, I'll give you a lift downtown.
I ain't going downtown.
I'm a police officer.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think you'd better come along with me.
Now, wait a minute.
Take it easy, Kennedy. You're likely to get something you're not looking for.
Okay, let's go. We'll see how long you keep me.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, Lieutenant. They're all out there waiting.
You suppose they thought about it long enough, Cloak?
Well, none of them was getting any happier.
Yeah.
Jackie and him are about to jump on each other, and Kate's getting as red as her hair.
What about Kennedy?
Hasn't said a word.
Still won't open up about Snyder.
Says he doesn't know any Snyder. That's all.
Okay. Let's get started on him.
Ladies first?
I think I'd like to get better acquainted with Mr. Kennedy.
Okay, Lieutenant. All right, quiet, all. Quiet. Sit down.
The sergeant said sit down. Go ahead.
Okay, Kennedy. Inside.
Hey, what about me? I work pretty late, you know.
Quiet.
About time I got some consideration. Inside, Kenny. You'll get plenty of consideration. Lieutenant Grounder has a few questions.
I don't know what you got me down here for. I don't know nothing about this deal.
Sit down, Kennedy.
I can stand.
Lieutenant said sit down.
Oh, that's better. You'll be more comfortable.
Who can be comfortable in a police station?
All right, Kennedy, I guess you know you're in a jam.
What kind of jam? I told you I didn't know any Snyder guy.
Kennedy, we've been doing a little bit of checking. If you don't know anything, I do.
Okay, if you're so smart, you tell me something.
Snyder and you got pretty chummy, huh?
I don't know any Snyder.
He told you he was an ex-con. He told you he had a lot of jewelry and cash hidden under the floorboards of a rooming house. Loot from burglaries he pulled before he went away.
What are you giving me?
Snyder offered you half, didn't he? Half if you'd break into the room with him. And to make things even more attractive, he told you about the supposed miser, Gahagan, who lived in room 10. You could really make a night of it.
Got no right accusing me.
So you and Snyder went to Gahagan's room. This is your knife. Snyder told you to kill him. You stabbed him 3 times with this knife.
No, I didn't.
With this fishing knife that you bought on June 3rd at Miller's Hardware.
Who are you trying to scare? Where'd you find all this out?
From the party that knows best. Besides you.
Got Snyder in jail.
I didn't say that.
You got him, haven't you?
Why should I tell you?
He thinks he's going to get out easy by laying everything off on me. He's crazy.
It was all his idea.
Sure, it was his idea. I was roped in.
Are you ready to tell us all about it? And the truth?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
He thinks he's going to put anything over on me.
First, you can tell us where Snyder lives.
I don't know where he lives. He's got a cousin on Elm Street. Goes there sometimes. That's all. Hey, you don't have Snyder at all, do you?
No, but we'll get him.
You made me think you did.
Sit still, Kennedy.
What?
Sit still.
Okay. Sergeant Crank,
Yes, Lieutenant.
get on Neil and start checking on Snyder's cousin.
Yeah. How'd you guess Kennedy's so right?
It's natural. With what we had, I just figured how it'd be if Kennedy and Snyder did do it. And they did. I'll get going after Snyder.
You betcha. Right away.
Come here, hold it here, not right in front of the house.
Right, Lieutenant.
Glad you got here, Lieutenant. We're all set.
You're sure it's Snyder?
Yeah, sure enough. Elgin made him from the picture. It was still daylight, and he got a good look.
Where's O'Neill?
Covering from the alley.
All right, Sergeant. Let's take the front door. It's a good bet he knows we've got Kennedy. He's liable to be set for us.
That makes us even, Lieutenant. I'm set for him.
Okay, up to the door. Knock. And stand aside.
Looks like he's got all the lights turned off.
Yeah.
I don't care for this too much.
Knock again.
I say we try.
Hold it. Somebody's coming.
Yeah, what is it?
Open up. We're police officers.
What do you want?
Open up.
Yeah, sure.
Watch him, you guys. You got a gun?
Nice going, Clank.
Doesn't look like he wanted to cooperate.
Come on, let's get him in.
Yeah, Lieutenant. I'm kind of anxious to hear that singing contest between him and Kennedy.
That, Don, was how detectives of the Buffalo Police Department cleared a real-life murder mystery. Snyder and Kennedy are now serving maximum terms of life imprisonment at the New York State Prison at Attica.
Well, thank you, Chief Fitzgibbons. And gangbusters, congratulations to all the Buffalo detectives who participated in the brilliant investigation leading to the arrest and conviction of these savage killers. Gangbusters! Tonight's case was dramatized by Stanley Niss and directed by William Sweets, with Myron McCormick and Walter Vaughn in leading roles.